The Altra Torin 6, balance running, plush with a foot-shaped design. So what did I think about this shoe? Let you know right after this. Welcome back, everyone. It's D2 with Big Pete's Ride and Run here, and we're talking about the Altra Torin 6, and it does have that wide kind of forefoot for that foot-shaped design. Balance running, meaning it's got zero drop, so completely flat from heel to toe. But, what did I think about it? Well, for me, I've had a lot of kind of different experiences with Altra from the very beginning, from several years ago, where I found them to be a little too wide in the toe box, maybe a little bit off in their sizing, and sometimes they feel like they feel right, and other times it just seems like the fit just doesn't fit my foot shape. But it seems like they're dialing it in, and this one feels great. So it is designed to be that plush, everyday type trainer, and man, you feel it. As soon as you slip this shoe on, you definitely can tell that it's a plush feeling shoe. Now the wide toe box is nice. Once again, if you got a wide foot, it's going to, if you got a slightly wider foot, or if you like your toes to splay out like I do, this is great. If you typically go into a wider shoe, you're probably going to need to get a wider version of this and go into a 2E or 4E. So overall, this is, I like this shoe. However, based on my running style, and the way that I typically have run, I've been accustomed to many of these shoes that have this rocker type of design. So I run in a lot of Hokas. I run in a lot of the new Sauconys with the speed roll technology. The shoe doesn't quite have that. You can kind of look at it and see that it is sort of kind of flat right here. It has that little bit of a toe up and a little bit back in the heel. So the ride for me feels different. It doesn't have that kind of smooth rolling transition. It feels like it sort of maybe lands a little bit flat. It doesn't have that nice peppy feel that I like, that smooth transition to the toes that I'm used to in other shoes, like I said, like a Hoka or the Saucony Endorphin line. That being said, this is a very comfortable shoe. And I would say that it is a shoe, and you can probably tell, I mean, I put some miles in this shoe between, running, but also a lot of walking. This has become my daily, everyday type of shoe. I love the way the shoe feels. This is a shoe that I would recommend if you're just someone that just needs an everyday shoe to kind of walk, to run errands. As a casual shoe, this looks fantastic. And if you're just on your feet all day because you're at a job, a school teacher, a nurse, or any type of job that requires to be on your feet all day, this is, it just feels awesome. It's plush. It's supportive. I like that it's not restrictive. So especially later in the days when your foot maybe swells up a little bit from being on your feet all day, you don't feel like your feet are quite as tired or restrictive. There's plenty of room for your toes to kind of, to move around, and your foot not to feel like it's being restricted, especially at the end of a day. Like I said, for me, the style of running and the way I typically run in the shoes that I've been used to, it just hasn't worked out for me, but everything else was great. The fit's great. The heel, locks in nicely. It has that sort of kind of flared out design that we're seeing a lot of shoes have. The one thing I would say as well is that typically it comes laced only up to this eyelet here. This ends up being left open, and I do find that it makes the heel collar a little too big, so that's why I came up here. I didn't have to do the runner's loop because I wish they had an additional hole maybe for those that maybe need it. Maybe this right here, just extra hole and lacing it up like I did, is enough to kind of help secure it, because it did. Otherwise it feels like the heel does slip out. But I laced it up all the way up to that top hole, not needing to use the runner's loop, and that worked very well for me. So overall, I think it's a great shoe. Like I said, for those of you that are prefer this type of style of running and it suits you, this could be a great option. It is a very comfortable, very plush shoe you can use as an everyday type trainer. I recommend that you, for sure, come into one of our stores, try it on for yourself, run on the treadmill, take it outside, as we allow people to do, and run on it for yourself. See if that ride suits your style of running, if it meets, kind of what you're looking for your shoe. But I mean, the upper is great. It is an engineered mesh. It's probably not as breathable as some of these other shoes that we're seeing, but I had no issues with hot spots or anything. I was down in Florida with the shoe, and it still felt very breathable. Worked, like I said, very well for me. It's fairly lightweight. As far as not feeling heavy, I feel like it meets that criteria where it's not like super lightweight, but it's not that super heavy weighted type of shoe. So it fits in that nice kind of mid-range if you're looking for an all-around type of shoe for, like I said, for running. But man, love this shoe for walking. This is my daily, like everyday walking shoe when I'm working from home, whether I'm going to the grocery store, wherever I'm going out casually to meet friends, for a drink at a brewery. This is the shoe that I've been wearing, and man, it shows, and it's holding up very, very nicely. So what are your thoughts on it? Have you tried out running in Altra running shoes? Is this, that foot-shaped design something that you'd be interested in or need? Love to hear your comments below. And once again, don't forget to like this video if you found it useful or helpful. Please subscribe. It helps the channel out. I mean, I actually got someone who said they were surprised I didn't have more subscribers, and that felt really good to hear. So if you do like the content that you're hearing and watching, please hit that subscribe. It does help the channel out. It does help kind of get the word out. I make no money off of this. This channel is not monetized, but I do like to at least share my opinion and kind of thoughts on running shoes and other items that we carry in our stores to hopefully help you make a better decision when you go looking for shoes. So really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, and keep out running, and catch you next time.